There's an old Seinfeld bit where he is making a reservation.
I don't understand. I made a reservation. Do you have my reservation?
Yes, we do. Unfortunately, we ran out of cars.
The joke was, anybody can take a reservation, but it's the hold that counts.
I know why we have reservations.
I don't think you do.
And it's sort of the same thing with the law, in my view. It's like you can have these rights, but if you can't execute on that, then that law is not worth that much to you.
First and foremost, Elliott is passionate about his family. A lot of his values came from his family, a lot of his qualities as well. He has a servant's heart and an engineer's mind.
One thing I admire about Elliott is work-life balance. His relationship with Stacy, his wife, and Clark, his son, is a thing of beauty.
His mother instilled in him such kindness and concern for others, and his father helped him shape his understanding of how the world works.
Elliott's parents poured a lot into him. They set their mind to giving Elliott the best start possible.
I was Elliott's very first teacher at UT Law. Elliott stopped me in the hall, and he basically said, "I'm not sure if I belong here." It was imposter syndrome, and I knew I immediately had to shut that down. And I'm proud, looking at his accomplishments, to say I was right. For many years, I was a managing attorney at Texas Legal Services Center, where I had the great good fortune to be the person who hired Elliott Fontenette.
Elliott started with Texas Legal Services Center as a law student intern, and then when he graduated, we hired him to become a staff attorney, and he worked as a staff attorney on the Texas Law Help Project, for several years. He was so passionate about the project.
One of the things that Elliott was tasked with was to help us figure out innovative ways to serve people who had no choice but to represent themselves. The minute I met him, I was like, oh yeah, this is the guy.
So Texas Law Help is a website where we have thousands and thousands of pages of content for people who are in the position where they have to actually represent themselves.
When I look at the TLSC website, I see Elliott's fingerprints all over it.
In Texas, we are 46th in the nation as far as funding legal services goes. And that means that there is only one legal aid attorney for every 7,000 Texans who qualify for legal services. Even if a person is really, really poor and unable to afford to hire an attorney on their own and they qualify for our services, 90% of the time they're turned away because we don't have the resources.
I think Elliott has really been dedicated to empowering people who have to come to the court.
He's found ways to use technology, not just for the sake of technology, but to use technology to provide legal services for poor people all across the state of Texas.
He's done that through the Texas Free Legal Answers project, and then moved on into the Virtual Court Access project with the kiosks.
These are a couple of our kiosks, and they're being configured. They are getting ready to go to their new home. Our goal is to get one of these kiosks in every county in Texas.
The purpose of it is so that it'll be, in essence, a legal aid office without you having to drive to a legal aid office.
Now he's using those tools, all of the things that he's learned over these 15 years on this new expunction moonshot project.
Getting your record expunged could be truly transformational. It opens up the doors to new jobs, to better living situations. Elliott truly values being able to help people transition and get that done.
Elliott embodies what we hope for in our profession, to help people in some of the toughest times in their lives.
It speaks to who he is and how thoughtful he is about advancing people, but also advancing processes and advancing this area of law.
He has been a force multiplier for the good that TLSC does.